Hey, what's up, guys? Where do you find more musicians for your ministry? That's a great question and one that a lot of people are asking. I know that volunteers are always pretty much hard to find. We're constantly involved in trying to find more and more and more volunteers, but especially musicians, right? And especially if you're at a ministry where you're not paying musicians. And I don't really know very many student ministries that are paying musicians, but maybe in the adult congregation you guys do. But in student ministries specifically, or even kids ministry, generally we're not paying people. Maybe possibly paying that leader, the top, the head person to oversee it, coordinate the whole thing. But generally you're not paying for your keyboardist, bass player, kazoo player, whatever it might be. So where do you go? Well, there's lots of great ideas out there. And so I wanted to share a couple of them with you. And one that I've just recently found out about that I thought was pretty cool as I'm talking with different people around to kind of see what they're doing. So one would be this is I think the best place to go to is just where musicians are at. So go where musicians are at. So if you're the youth pastor, kids pastor, and you're not a musician yourself, then maybe try and get some people that are musicians to help you with this. But you got to go where they're at. So you got to go to the shows, you got to go to Guitar Center, you got to go to wherever they're at. I don't even know because I'm not really a musician myself, but you got to go where they're at and just network. It's like anything else. You got to network. You got to get the conversation started, get it out there, let people know that you're looking. Speaking of Guitar Center, that's a great spot too, is just to put up a looking for help wanted type thing at Guitar Center or other music stores that are in the area. Again, that's where musicians are at, and you're going to look for them there. I've even done stuff where go to local community colleges or universities, and they almost always have information boards and just put stuff up there. Maybe even use the app that I've recommended, Neighborhood app, right? And just put, hey, we're looking for musicians on that app, and let people see if they know somebody. I'd say call up some other youth ministries or internship programs in your area. Look up some internship programs. Just say, hey, would you be willing to send one of your interns over here? Talk with guitar band, drama teachers, and see if maybe they've got some students in there in the schools, right? That might be able to help, right? You got to look, right? You got to look. Okay. Those are some of the big ones. Also, you could potentially even use some job boards I've seen on Indeed, in some of those that even LinkedIn, that you can post on there and just say, hey, we're looking for a volunteer to help us out. Now, again, those are going to be pretty broad kind of thing. But again, those are all good places that you can at least get the word out. Now, let me show you. Let me get in here and show you one that I just was told about. And so this is one called bandmix.com. It's called bandmix.com. And as you can see here, it is a place where you can go, and it just says seeking musicians. You can type in there your area and see where it might be. So let's go up here just to search. And you can put in the type of musicians that you want, a whole band or just a musician, search area, and again, that radius, because again, you're probably looking for someone to volunteer. So you're probably not looking for, just anybody. You're really looking for somebody that lives close to you, that can join you pretty close. But when you look down here, you start seeing different musicians or bands. And so let's just go to Oklahoma, because that's where I'm at currently. And again, you can see that there's 6,460 profiles in here. How many of them are awesome? I don't know. How many of them are, in your target audience? I don't know. Actually, I think I know this guy right here. But, you can even target it down even more into your area, into, Norman, Edmond, Lawton, wherever it might be that you're at, and you can dive in there and see more specific targeted areas. Okay, so let's go in here. I don't know if I can because I'm not logged in yet, but it's allowing me to dive in a little bit more. So again, you get to know a little bit more about him, and been playing for 15 years, all this kind of stuff. And so, and the different types of stuff that he's done. Okay. Oh, and here's even a little sample of him playing. All right. So let me see, because I think I do know this guy. I'm pretty confident I know that guy. In fact, I do know him because yeah, yep, yeah. So we've actually used this guy right here. That's pretty ironic. Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that we've used on our band multiple times. And I didn't know he was on here. So there you go. And so that's just another spot where you can go put up what you're looking for and see if maybe you can get somebody that's interested in volunteering at your church. And so again, youth ministry, college ministry, kids ministry, adult ministries, whatever it might be, bandmix.com is an area that you could go to. Again, Indeed, go to local guitar centers, music stores, go to your local colleges, put stuff up, talk to instructors at the school, band, drama, that kind of thing. If you're looking for musicians, all that kind of stuff. And the question is, what if they're not Christian? Well, that's a great debate, and that's something you'd really want to talk to your leadership about. But, there's a lot of different views on there. Some people say there's no way that we'd put a non-Christian, non-believer on the platform. Other people view it as an opportunity to use it as a outreach opportunity. I know that for me in the past, I've had some people that weren't solid Christians, solid believers, and we let them play. For us, it was kind of like, well, I don't really feel comfortable you singing, but if you're playing bass, I felt comfortable with it as long as we kind of had a very intentional outreach model of why he was playing and when they were playing, that kind of thing. But we've had multiple musicians come in, volunteer with us that weren't really Christians before, and just see what was going on, see the radical change that was going on, and they began serving the Lord. And so I know that's not everybody's view on musicians and the platform, and that's fine. But what I'd say is get the support, get the understanding from your upper leadership, your direct reports, and make the call there. But I would say that here's some opportunities for you to maybe dive in and find some musicians. I know it's tough, takes a little bit of work, but have at it, guys. Hopefully that's been helpful. We'll see you